Hey guys, welcome to another fantastic episode of the Peppery Spot Show. Atarodo in your eyes. Anyway, for those of you who are wondering which one is Peppery Spot again, this is the show where I bring to you all the gist that is scattering everywhere, whether Nigeria, anywhere in this part of the world. Anyway, guys, on the Peppery Spot today, I have got interesting gist for you people, like things as if they hot for our society. Now, this particular one that I am going to talk about, before I talk about it, let me tell you my name. Like, I'm just so eager to dish out the gist, but yeah, let me do my introduction. My name is Omobolava, Omobolanle Adigun, but yes, you can call me Omobolava, and you can call me the Vibe Queen, and yes, you're tuning into Voicetome. Yes, guys. Okay, now, my first particular gist, on the Peppery Spot Show is about this particular cleric. Now, for those of you who do not understand what a cleric is or who a cleric is, okay, let me use the word imam or alpha, who was seen at a particular event. Like, the video has been circulating online. You might have come across the video, but for those of you who have not come across the video, so this man was actually at an event and he was praying and he was actually cursing out. Like, he was actually cursing people who were not going to come and drop money for him, like who were not going to come and spray him money or give him money at the event. Like, he was practically dishing out ekpe. I want to use the word ekpe because I don't want to use, swear words, but he was actually cursing out on people. Like, he was cursing their children, their husbands, their wives, that he was threatening with curses, saying they won't live long and all of that anybody that does not come and drop money will not live long, will not do this, will not succeed. And people were like, Alpha, I won't take me. Anyway, guys, let's check out this video. And I would really love to hear from you guys. Like, what do you think about this? Is this not too extreme? Okay, guys, welcome back to the Peppery Spot Show with the Vibe Queen Omobolava. Guys, this second gist, this particular video, I saw it and I was like, hey, even the Bible says wisdom is profitable to, who can use it. So I don't understand what this man was trying to do. Yes, pray, but like, use your wisdom, be wise. So now, guys, this particular man, I really do not know what country this happened, but this particular man was being chased by wild dogs. But the funny thing again, just like when I saw the video, I was with my friend and my friend said, but the speaking in tongues actually worked. So this man was being chased by wild animals, like wild dogs, and not just 1, 2, 3 black dogs. They were barking and they were chasing him. And this man, instead of running or, doing something to just scare them away, he was actually speaking in tongues and he was making a video. But the funny thing is that these dogs actually eventually turned back. So I don't know if I should say, well, he actually employed the use of wisdom there, or I really don't know what to say. Well, guys, please, let's check this video out, because I can't be the only one that would actually see this video.
Holy Ghost, Spirit of the living God, she's my son of my God, it's the shot. I said, my seal shot. Holy Ghost, my kid's son of God, oh, see that shit in my mouth, my seal go shit. Spirit of the living God. Spirit of the living God, Jesus. My God, Shiba. Makisaba Koshiraka. Wasiwa Koshiba. Diasika. Magiasia.
Okay, guys, welcome back to the Peppery Spot Show. Now, guys, my third gist is going to be on our own DJ Copy, the queen of the Pinkalicious gang. Anyway, guys, so recently, DJ Copy actually caused brouhaha with a tweet. So she tweeted something saying she has never run into any of her exes, and that's because they cannot afford to be wherever she is except with her. Like except she lets them in, or except maybe they are there because she invited them or something like that. And somebody now says something like, what's the meaning of this? How are you doing this? How did you now meet your ex? But that's not even the basketballs. That's not why I'm gisting you guys. I'm gisting you guys because our ex-fiance, yes, he actually proposed to her. He got her engaged in a few days, right? Ryan Taylor, the boxer. That's how he actually responded and said, please, let us rest. You talk too much. This. Isha responded with one basketball's response. And that's how So Bericon now said, I beg, shut up, poor man. Hey! Jesus Christ, that's how people started saying this song, I will never be broke, I will never be poor. Because how can somebody just look at Ryan Taylor and say shut up poor man? Jeez, that's harsh. Anyway, some people have also been going after Siso Bericon to say, wait, coming from you calling Ryan Taylor poor man, do you think you have money up to him? But we don't now know. But for that question of if Copy is now saying something like that, like where did she now meet Ryan Taylor? And somebody said, well, it might have been like at an event where they invited like people, or they invited the less privileged, or they invited people to come and do something at an orphanage home. But guys, you guys are savage. But me, I did not know that Copy too is savage. Anyway, guys, let me move to my next gist. Now, guys, my next gist is going to be on Israel DMW, popularly known as Juju. Now, you guys must have heard about the split between Juju Israel DMW and his ex-wife. But what we don't seem to understand is the fact that Israel has refused to move on from Sheila. Like, according to popular opinion, it feels like Israel is still deeply in love with Sheila, because every time basketballs, like, this thing is over. Like, can we just rest? Now, according to Israel, she's not a good girl. Like, he has been cursing out. Like, he has been cursing her. Like, any man that tries to sleep with her will not make it, will die, with this, with that. Okay, at a point, it felt like, okay, the pain was because of the bride price. And this girl actually responded to a certain person's comments that said, you to refund the bride price now. And she actually said, I have refunded it. That is how Israel now came back and said, you've refunded what? This lady sent me a text. She sent me 1,000 naira. I spent more than 2 million naira. What even pained me the most is that my oga had a show. He actually, and by his oga, he meant Davido. Like, he actually moved his show. He came, he spent money, gave her 500,000. And Israel actually granted another interview with Daddy Freeze, where he said a lot of things that saying that actually she wants to be rolling with people like old men, that in fact that she and her friend, they are always saying things like they would date someone like Nedo Konkwo, that truthfully she was a virgin, but this and that, and people are like, Israel, for a guy, are you not talking too much? Like, you sound pained. And in my heart of hearts, after reading a part where Israel said, my oga even tried to settle both of us and, bring us back, but she said she doesn't want. That is when I now said, you know what? Nothing anybody can tell me. Israel is still in love with this girl. But Israel, it feels like Sheila has actually moved on. So can we just close the chapter? Like, I get it can be painful, but can we close the chapter? Cause they say you don't tell people how to move on, but I mean, I feel like this is so overflogged, like it's been overflogged, and this girl is already even moving on with the friend. So Tele Israel even attack the girlfriend, say, you have moved on with this your friend that is doing influencing. She's using influencing to cover up, but that's not what she's doing. Whew, people, guys, you know what? One of the things I do for a living is I read comments for a living. So I went to the comment section and people actually have the same opinion as I do, because people have said, Israel, you sound so pained. Let's move on. Like, the truth is, she might have even been the one that caused the whole chaos and the whole split. But with what Israel is doing, a lot of people are beginning to say, like, Sheila, you dodged the bullet, you did this, because it feels like it talks too much for a man. Well, say sometimes they will say until you wear shoe of person, you no go understand as they take pepper the person. So maybe I don't understand how pepperish it is for Israel, but more, let's move on. It's 2024 already. Okay, guys. Anyway, on to my next gist. This particular gist is not even something that is fun. Like, it's not something that should even make anybody smile. And I am talking about the fact that, the Nollywood industry, both the Yoruba arm and the English arm, like, they lost a huge, not a huge, like, they lost two powerful personalities. Like, we lost Sisi Quadri from the Yoruba arm, and it's quite painful because the death story or the gist around his death is quite disheartening. So, rumor has it that, he collapsed on set one time and he was rushed to the hospital. He was treated and he became better. But, he started getting this constant hiccup, you know, and he was forced to go to the hospital. That even on his way to the hospital, they were stopped by policemen who were asking for, like a gunje, and he was even making them laugh. He was saying he's going to the hospital, and they were even making jokes saying, is this the person you're saying you're taking to the hospital that is still making people laugh? And when he got to the hospital, according to the news, people were even snapping with him, and he was feeling like, oh, more these people, yes, they are my fans, but the hospital, the workers themselves, they're not taking this serious. And a video even surfaced where he was saying, people are not taking this thing serious. I'm not feeling fine. I'm not feeling fine. And before we knew it, they heard that, he lost his life. And so many people have had a lot to say. So many people have said it's probably a situation of negligence on the part of the hospital, or only God knows what happened. But it was quite sad because the day he died on the 1st of March was the day his first Netflix feature, he featured in a popular Netflix series, Anikulako. That was the day the movie dropped, and that was the day he died. And coincidentally, in that series, he acted as a ghost. He died. His character died in the movie, and then when he died, his character died, and he became a ghost in the movie. And that same day, he died. So many people, superstitious people have said, that's why it's good to know the kind of roles you will act or whatever. But whatever the case is very, very sad. And people went for his burial ceremony because he's a Muslim and he was buried the next day. And the crowd and the news, we heard is the fact that he's actually the only celebrity in Iwo, Osun State, because the crowd, that place was surrounded, and we even saw a lot of celebrities trying to get into his house, where he was being buried. Some people had to fly the fence and all of that just to be there to witness him being buried. So it was a very sad situation. And then we got to know that, yes, he has children, but he's no longer with his wife. It was a really sad one, sad news, and it really shook the industry. But so many people have gone ahead to do like candlelight processions and all of that. And just after then, a day after then, we heard that the notable Mr. Ibu from the English arm of the Nollywood industry also gave up the ghost. And it was really sad because even before then, Mr. Ibu had gone through a lot. He was suffering from diabetes, and he had one of his legs amputated, and we had a lot of chaos surrounding Mr. Ibu, from Lady Jasmine, who happens to be like an adopted daughter, the news surrounding her wanting to snatch him, how she changed all his logins on the social media platforms and took over them, and videos of her and the wife involving themselves in what looked like a competition on trying to feed him. And then we got the news again that the wife left him. A lot happened to Mr. Ibu, and honestly, and that's why when he died, even as sad as it was really hurtful for so many people. But people said, you know what, this man deserves to rest. He has gone through a lot. And also, a very heart melting post from Rude Boy really touched the hearts of many, where he played like a video of Mr. Ibu praying for him. And the news that reached us, was that Rude Boy was always with Mr. Ibu in his last days, taking care of him, sending him money, doing all of that. Anyway, guys, may the souls of the departed rest in peace. But guys, please rest well, eat well. Like, let's just be very conscious of our health. Let's take good care of ourselves, and let's be good. Anyway, guys, this is all on this particular episode of the Peppery Spot Show. My name remains Omobolanle Adigun, Omobola Val, the Vibe Queen, and I hope you had an amazing time. I can't wait to read from you, so please drop comments, like this video. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Voicetome and follow us across our social media platforms at Voicetome. You can find me on Instagram at Omobolanle Adigun _ and on other platforms Omobola _Val. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I love you. Mwah. Bye. Stay safe. Ta ló máa ń ṣe kinní yìí náà?